Welcome to the Naked Relationship Podcast. I'm Adam.
And I'm Kelley.
And if you don't know, we have social media. I know, shocking. It's 2019. Who has it? But all of our social media is TNR Podcast. So twitter.com/TNR Podcast, and that's plural. So what else is new? Our website. We actually have the domain name. I just haven't put it on a server yet, and I haven't built it yet. But that is coming. Shouldn't take more than a day once I finally get my ass in gear.
Because you're lazy as fuck. Guys, it's been a while. How you been?
It's been like a whole, 3 weeks?
No, I think it's been longer than that.
No, I think we published the last episode on the 17th.
Yeah, but we actually did that episode like way before then.
No.
So Adam's just slow with the whole
Well, you can start editing
shit.
If you want.
I don't know how to do that shit. I
Oh,
just
it's
provide
simple.
my voice.
Your voice.
Yes.
I do everything else. But
How you
Kelley
guys
does.
been?
Kelley does want to start posting on the IG.
So, I will be in charge of the Instagram. Guys, DM me. Slide into my DMs.
And then slide into a... No, kidding.
No, but I'm going to start posting, start taking a more active role in the podcast, because...
You can't show nipples, pussy, booty holes.
Don't worry, I will figure out a way to show something.
Just don't get our account suspended. I will have a tutorial for you.
Alright, guys, so we want to talk about a new thing we've been doing. So...
We prefer to go by the name of Han. And
Solo!
Yes.
We've been playing solo.
Yes, as she strokes my leg. No complaints.
So, playing solo, not like masturbating or something, like jerking ourselves off, but
I think she just made a pun.
I did, but like playing separately.
Mm-hmm.
So, I actually brought this topic up to Adam. I want to expand our swinger lifestyle a little bit more, because we noticed that some couples on SLS and 3 Fun...
Like, I'd be all down for them, and Kelley'd be like,
no! Yeah, like, I'm a very harsh critic. I expect a lot.
Which is funny, because, like, when you meet someone, you're like, okay, I'll take my clothes off right away. And I had to, like, we'll get into a little bit of that later, but
yeah,
it's
just
funny.
like, we have different likes. Adam likes a certain type of person, male and female, and I like a certain type of person. Sometimes when they're a couple, I may like one half of the couple, and he may like the other half, but, like, we both don't like, the whole, which I feel like is rude.
We always like the whole.
So we don't like the entire couple, and I'm like, I felt bad because, like, Adam did and I didn't, and I wasn't willing to take one for the team, as they say it. So
Yeah, never take one for the team.
Yeah,
Unless it's an actual sporting event.
never take one for the team. You have to be fully into it to appreciate
All the goodness.
all the goodness of it.
Well, you want to keep going?
Yeah, so we've just, like, I brought it up to Adam, and he initially was like, let me think about it, because he likes to stew over things.
I do. My name is Stuart. It's my middle name. Fun fact about me. Middle name is Stuart.
Yeah, so I started, like, I'm a research type person, so I started looking up things on playing alone and, like, swinger stuff, and I was doing my research, Adam was doing his thinking, and we got back from our trip.
To Colorado.
Yeah, from Colorado, and Adam was like, babe, let's do this shit.
It wasn't worded like that.
No, it wasn't, but I'm just paraphrasing is what I'm doing. So we decided to start on getting on all our socials after, let me preface this, discussing our boundaries. Okay? So...
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself on
I
your own outline.
I was
weren't
getting
you?
ahead of myself.
Oh,
no,
one.
we discussed boundaries and, like, all this. Like, we need to give each other constant reassurance.
I'm probably more in need of reassurance than you are.
Yes. So, and that's totally fine. Like, I think you need a constant reminder that your partner is
numero uno.
Is numero uno in your life, and Adam is always numero uno in my life.
I better beat. No, I'm kidding.
Yes,
and for real, though.
That's just how our relationship dynamic is. Like, because when Adam brought this up, like, swinging in general, like, a year or two ago, I was like, am I not fucking enough? And I was like devastated.
And we were fucking a lot.
Yeah, we were fucking a shit ton.
I just made a pun on what you said.
And then Adam was like, hey, babe, I want to try swinging. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like devastated because like, am I not fucking enough? Like, that you need to go to other people to like fuck?
And now it's me that's mostly feeling it. Feeling that specific feeling.
Yeah, he mentioned that to me yesterday, that he was feeling like that same type of way. Like, hey, am I not enough? And like, we just need to, what's the word? I don't want to use reassure, but like validate that our feelings are real and true to each other, and like we are enough for each other, but we just like adding a little extra something to our relationship.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So we came up with a list of boundaries / rules while we were in this new part of our relationship, this new open part of our relationship. Did you see what I did there?
Oh, snap.
Okay, so obviously we would ask the person if they had been recently tested for STDs, and by recent I mean within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the nice thing about Grindr, because they actually ask you to fill that out on your
I
profile.
know, that is so great. That should be integrated into all the other apps, I think, because that is perfect.
Well, you started out on just Bumble.
Yeah, I've just been on Bumble.
And I got on Bumble, and it was fucking ridiculous how hard it was to find someone. I think I matched with a total of like 3 or 4 people. 3 or 4 females. Oh, you still want to go back into the...
Yeah, you jumped into it real quick. Okay, boundaries, sorry.
I
been
apologize.
Tested within the last 6 months. Always wear a fucking condom. For me, no...
What's the difference between a condom and a fucking condom?
No anal for me. Like, I won't do anal on them. They don't do it on me.
And I'm not allowed to do anal to a female.
Yes. No cuddling. This is just sex for us. Like, no trying to get to know each other.
Ain't nobody getting all digits either, girl.
Yeah, we're not trying to...
And as soon as someone catches feelings, we out of there.
Yeah, which that did happen to me, so I will let you guys know about that.
I don't know if we're going to get into that specific situation.
Later episode.
Okay,
so what we were on. So I was just on Bumble.
Yes, and I was on OkCupid, which I've matched with a few ladies on there that I plan to hopefully grab some cafefe with, or maybe a drink, and go from there. And then on Bumble, I think I matched with 3 females, a bunch of guys. But it's hard for me to match with guys when I prefer females, and all I'm getting is guys, and I prefer females, so I want more attention from females. So I think I matched with 3 females, and all of them were... They didn't read the profile, my profile, that clearly stated swinger, basically. And then when they found out, they're like, or that's wrong, or
Which
whatever.
You should always read the profile description if you, like,
I don't know, but if you're
someone.
a guy, it's swipe right city, because it's so fucking difficult to get a female to swipe right on you.
It's the exact opposite for women.
Oh, no, trust me. I experienced that with Grindr. I got on Grindr, and I was on there, and within like 2 days, I had probably like 30 messages from guys, and then I was on Plenty of Fish, and I saw somebody on there that I knew personally from childhood, and I did not want her to see me on there, because I think she still knows my parents. I'm not sure. And so I went to try to block her, but Plenty of Fish wouldn't let me because she hasn't sent me a message yet. So I just deleted that app, which I think that's a stupid fucking rule. Because if you know somebody on there and you don't want them to see your profile, you can't block them, which is ridiculous. And then we're still on 3Fun. Not really pulling any.
It's mostly you that's like on there.
Yeah, you don't even have the app anymore, I don't think. And then SLS, and we signed up for Cassidy to see if we liked it. And we're not really getting much traction out of it, but at the same time, we're not really
putting in our effort.
Yeah, so that's not really a fair judgment. So fair judgment coming soon. No, kidding. So I've been on Bumble. That's it. That's all I've been using. And she's been getting dick like crazy.
I've been sliding into their DMs. No, listen, let me tell you my my bio's like tagline.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the shit.
I wanted to read your profile anyway.
Okay, so on Bumble, you can write a little, like, bio description on your profile. And mine just has a picture of me, like a couple face pics, a full body pic, a pic of my pussy.
What?
Which is, it's just Burke. Burke is our cat.
I was like, you can put those on there?
No, I put a picture of little baby Burke on there. Okay, so mine says the following. Casual sex, anyone? ? I'm being for real. I'm engaged, but in a sexually open relationship. Call her daddy. First of all, Call Her Daddy is a podcast that I just started listening to, and I feel like I can connect with it on a deep sexual level, and I love it because I laugh my fucking ass off. So if you haven't listened to that one, I'll put a plug in for them. Call Her Daddy, because it's the shit. It made me laugh out loud like multiple times. But that's what is on my profile, and I love it. And I have been getting so many positive responses on, like, how guys really appreciate my, like,
openness,
upfrontness with everything, which I think that's kind of refreshing to them, because I'm not playing these type of games that other girls are trying to play. Mm-hmm. I'm just, like, getting straight to the point.
You be like, give me your penis, bitch.
Exactly.
Drop them trousers.
And it's been working really well for me.
Yeah, well, it's been working really well for someone.
Babe.
So, I guess I'll start with my experiences, because there's only been 2 in, like, 3-4 weeks now that we've been doing this. Yeah, whereas you've had, like, way more than me. Probably about 4 or 5 times more than me.
You also forget how prettier I am than you.
You're not wrong. I'm glad you're finally admitting it. So, basically, my first day and a half, I matched with a couple people. I had some people kind of blow me off, which is ridiculous, but should have been.
On Grindr, right?
Yes, this is all from Grindr, because I've only been able to fuck 2 guys, and you've been over here fucking many guys. I had one for sure. He was gonna come over at like 7 o'clock, 7:30 or something like that, and then we did the do. But during the scheduling of things, another guy that I was really more into, he also wanted to play, and so I scheduled him after, and he was aware that I was playing with another gentleman before him, and so I did 2 dudes in one night. Felt like Kelley, and it was great.
Yay!
So there's my whole 2 stories.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so my... You sound so sad, babe. You're like, yeah.
Because here you have like a laundry list of experience, and I'm just like a little like
okay,
baby receipt. You have like a CVS receipt, and I have like not even a Walmart receipt. Like you know when you go to like those restaurants and they have like those really fit like thin looking receipts.
This weekend, let me make your profile better. Okay.
I was thinking about getting
and that involves getting a haircut.
You need to get a haircut
and a better wardrobe.
I've seen your mustache.
Shut up.
You don't have one though.
Okay, my turn. We'll work on you this weekend. My turn. So, Bumble, pretty easy. So guys would message me, and I'd be very upfront. I'd like mention, "Hey, did you read my bio? Like, are you down with that?" And they'd be like, "Fucking hell yeah!"
But some of them would be like, "Hell no," because I was wanting a
relationship. Some of them were more intrigued about our dynamic, and they like kind of asked for an explanation, like how it goes, like. But
they weren't really interested in doing anything.
They weren't interested in doing anything, but they were interested in learning about it, which is great. I like all about giving all education to the monogamous people.
You know, Karen was talking about that in her last podcast.
Yeah.
Swinging along, they were talking about how she thinks that, you know, different types of relationships should be taught in sex ed, and a little bit more than just how to put on a condom.
So or how to like cool. Wait till marriage, which that shit don't. Sorry, sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. So you
don't work in this relationship
for the worst. Okay. All right. So yeah, I would mention my relationship. And they were like totally down with it. They would like kind of ask a few questions like, "Is your fiance know about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, he knows 100% of what I'm doing. He like has access to my messages if he ever wanted to peruse them."
Which I think we might need to go a little bit further in the boundaries. Like, I know like we text each other where we're at
Oh, yeah, we always text each other, like, the location if we're going somewhere else. That's not our house. Because in our house or apartment, we have an extra bedroom that we use as our playroom. And that has, like, a bed, has some baby wipes, tissues, condom, lube. Like, we got it all prepared. It doesn't look like a dungeon, a sex dungeon. It just looks like a normal bedroom where we have all this lube.
And it doesn't have, like, any sexy lighting, so Priory Society, we are letting you down. We know. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we gotta get some curtains for that room. Anyways, so yeah. So we let each other know the location. We let each other, like, we text each other right before we go in or right before we do anything.
And if there's a break in the play, then, so that way no one feels forgotten about.
Yes. So we're always in constant communication. So my first experience was with a guy that is actually like a travel nurse in this area. So he actually worked at the facility I was working at, but I never had any interaction with him, and he was only here for a short time. So, like, I liked that part that he was a nurse because we had some things in common and we could talk about before we, like, jumped straight into the sex. So we both worked that night, I think, and I came home, I showered really quickly because, you get gross working in a hospital.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't give the sexual details of, like, everything that happened. No. Unless the listeners want to know.
If you want to know how I fuck.
If you want to know, slide into our DMs.
But no, so he gave me the directions to his house. I gave them to Adam so he would have a copy and knew where I was. I gave him his name in case, like, he ever had to call the police and tell him,
is this
like,
the guy
hey.
that had, like, the granny bed staying at the Airbnb?
Oh, yeah. So this guy was staying at an
Staring.
Airbnb because he's a travel nurse, so he's only here for a short time, so he needs, like, a short-term lease. So he was staying at this Airbnb. It was, like, downtown. I drive to his place, get there. We talk a little bit, trying to get each other comfortable with, the whole situation. We talked about, like, if he had any condoms, when he was recently tested, what he liked and didn't like, things like that. And, yeah, we did our thing. I left, gave him a hug, thanked him for his time, and I called Adam as soon as I got in the car.
And I think that's important, is, like, debriefing, like, right after it happened.
Yes.
And that way, like, because I kind of enjoy hearing about you being a slut, like a dirty slut. And full disclosure here, I call Kelley my dirty slut. She loves it in the right context.
Yeah,
like
in the correct context.
Yeah, such as this. It's right here. And, I enjoy hearing about those experiences. I also enjoy, like, making out with her, like, right after. I believe some people call it reconnecting or reclaiming. I don't really like those words because, like, for us, it kind of feels like reclaiming or reconnecting means, like, we weren't connected and, like, you weren't my fiance for a little bit, Yeah. So, if you have any other words to describe those scenarios, then please let us know. But when we do get back to each other finally physically, I enjoy it when you have, like, cock on your breath or whatever. I don't know. It's a turn on because you're being a slut and I fucking love it.
Yeah. I love it that you love it. So, yeah. That's how our scenarios go.
Are you trying to get to the outro?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying.
And then, like, the next day you did 2 more guys and then...
Oh, yeah. I did 2 guys in the same fucking day.
You're pulling a page out of my book. Actually, you're the first one to do it. But.
Yeah, so I did 2 guys in the same day. Same type of scenario. I let Adam know. And yeah, they were both really nice guys.
So, what, like, I know the answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's more, then please share more. But
yeah.
Why don't you tell the listeners what all you enjoy about playing alone? And maybe later we'll talk about what you prefer.
Yeah. Okay, so what I enjoy about playing alone is the variety, I guess. The chance to, like, sleep with someone new, kind of get, like, that little nervous, anxious feeling. But in a good way. Like, all of this is in a good way. But in my, like, heart, I always know that Adam is, like, number 1. Like, he is by far the best fucking sex ever in my 26 years of life.
Ladies on Bumble, y'all don't know what y'all missing out on.
And they honestly do not compare to how Adam fucks me, honestly.
Well, we also make love at some points, too.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, that does help.
Like, what else do you enjoy about it?
And I enjoy that you accept that part of me. Like, I feel like you came into my life in a period where I was, like, fucking a shit ton of guys all the fucking time. And, like, I just thought you were another one of those guys in my life. And I just kind of was abruptly stopped in that period and just kind of shifted into, like, relationship mode, which I've never been in a relationship for longer than, like, 8 months.
And even then, it was, like long distance.
It was long distance, and it wasn't very, like, loving or anything. So, this is kind of, like, my first time experience relationship as a whole. And I think it's fucking great, because I feel like we've grown a lot, and, like, we're willing to, like, help each other grow, which is great. And I feel like during that period of my life where I was fucking a shit ton of guys, like, I was doing it because I felt like that's the only way, like, guys would like me. But you love me. Okay?
Do I?
You do. You
Do
love
I?
me being
Alright,
a
fine,
slut, and
I
I love myself for being a slut because you love it. Does
I
that
want you
make
to
sense?
love it for you, not for me.
I do love it. I do love it for myself.
Well, you just said you love it for you.
You know,
for me
I was
instead
trying to
of you.
say it in a way that made sense to you, but I love it. I love being a slut.
Okay. And you told me, like, you love the accepting and, like, you feel like you can really kind of be yourself more.
Yeah, I can definitely be my 100% real self.
I don't know that I've had enough experiences to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. But
Don't worry, we will work on it.
I do think that, you know, it's taken a lot longer for me, like, to kind of wrap my head around it simply because of, like, when I brought up swinging, like, I never envisioned playing alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always have to kind of be like, can I enjoy this? Like, do I think I can enjoy this? And, like, I do. Like, I enjoy, like, you know, after you get home from play and stuff like that, and we finally get to talk and be physical with each other. You know, she beats me up. Kidding. But if you're into that kind of stuff, good for you. Cool. But, what was I saying?
I don't know where you were going with that.
Just tell me what I was saying and I can pick it up.
Like, we can reconnect and,
Oh,
like, be together
right.
after.
Like, I enjoy that, but I think right now I probably enjoy playing together as opposed to playing separate. And I think that's just probably due to my lack of experiences alone. But at the same time, I do love doing things with you and spending time with you and doing things together, like blowing a guy together. I think that's really fun. But yeah, that's kind of me. So what about you? What do you prefer, alone or separate?
I feel like I like both. I like the best of both worlds.
So like me in the next room kind of thing?
That would be fun, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I definitely do like both. I like the variety of playing alone, and I like the togetherness of playing with you. Like you're in the room, you're watching me enjoy myself, I'm watching you enjoy yourself.
Watching you be a little slut.
Yes. Watching you be a man-ho. So, yeah.
Well, alright, so I guess in our next episode we're going to talk about the issues that we've had with playing alone.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we had to go to the doctor, we had to get tested, a shit ton of things went down. We also went to a pool party.
That was fun.
You should definitely tune in for our next episode where we spill the beans on everything that went down.
All the cafefe beans, because I'm pretty tired. So again, our social media is TNR Podcasts. That's plural. And our email is who the fuck knows at this point. I'll link it in the description. Look at me sounding like a YouTuber. Speaking of which, the Front Porch Swingers have a YouTube channel. Very great. Highly recommend subscribing to them. What else? You got anything else you want to add to this
I
episode?
will be in charge of the Instagram now, so be on the lookout for new pics.
Put a bolo out for it. New pics, yes. Are you going to post like some of your lingerie pics?
I don't think that's allowed, but I will
Oh,
try
you know,
to be
it's
more
allowed
active.
as long as you don't show too much,
Tits and ass.
basically.
Okay.
Like, you can't show nipples, but you can show clavage, I think.
Okay. So be on the lookout for my tits.
Well, I mean, your tits are already on there in one of our last posts, in a see-through shirt, basically.
Okay. All right, guys.
Adios.